I'm Daphna, I'm from Israel.
I'm Marcus, I'm from Denmark.
And I'm Johanna Jonasdottir from Iceland. If powerful men and women could remain centered in the Tao, all things would be in harmony. The world would become a paradise. All people would be at peace, and the law would be written in their hearts.
If powerful men and women could remain centered in the Tao, all things would be in harmony. The world would become a paradise. All people would be at peace, and the law would be written in their hearts.
If powerful men and women could remain centered in the Tao, all things would be in harmony. The world would become a paradise. All people would be at peace, and the law would be written in their hearts.
Dear beloved deans of the school, teachers, sweet ASBIW classmates, beautiful fourth year, friends and family. What a profound experience to be standing here now in this place. 6 years ago, in my first year, I had a vision of me giving a speech at my graduation. And suddenly that moment is here. It is actually hard to put into words what this experience has been like in the first 4 years and then these past 2 years in advanced studies. It has been deep, moving, challenging, sweet, inspirational, and life-changing, I believe, for all of us. All the way from gathering enough people for the last ASBIW class here in Europe, and to this day now, as it is all ending. I was sitting with some dear friends from our class the first day of the school week, and we were contemplating if it could be put into one sentence what we had learned in these 2 years. And one of them said it had been for her facing all her fears in year 1, and in year 2, getting to be friends with her fears. Another said, I can now sit with a cup of tea and just be me, in her delightful accent. And we laughed at a joke that had come up, that we had spent the cost of half a house to become ordinary. Which we have diligently learned to do. And from deep within, I said, it actually really feels that I am home. And the sentence from Brennan echoed in my head, all healing is coming home to the self. And at that moment, I really felt I understood what she was getting at in a deep, profound, felt sense. And just what is a felt sense? Well, that is something that has rung in my and my classmates' ears for the past 2 years. In every small and large class group process group leading, one-on-one dyads, in triads, fishbowls, and homework DLMs, and other things with strange names. The question has always been, Johanna, what is the felt sense? Felt sense, what is the felt sense? What is happening in your body? And every cell in my brain and body cringed at times in exasperation. What? What do you mean, felt sense? Is it here? Is it where? What? Well, but then more and more, I got it. And bit by bit, I and my dear classmates learned to be with each other, one-on-one or in groups, in a deep, compassionate, connected, felt sense way, where wounds were healed, images and belief have changed, authenticity practiced, and our understanding what it means to be human and extraordinary in our ordinariness. All in service of each other, our beautiful clients back home, and our longing to be a healing force in the world in general. And the sentence has stayed with me that one of our amazing teachers said once in class, as good as it gets. And in my sense, she meant, is this place, our group, as good as it can get, where every individual is as authentic as can be, expressive in all feelings, sometimes challenging and opposing, and yet there is a solid common ground of understanding, trust, love, and compassion for each other, knowing deeply that we will find our way as individuals, unique individuals, and as a group. It has at times truly not been easy, and I believe that none of us will ever be the same. As we have rediscovered our being very individual and yet being connected in an amazing sense of unity, belonging, and oneness, with the question perhaps being answered, why are we here?
Yes, indeed. Why are we here?
Why are we here?
Why we are here.
with deep gratitude from the bottom of my heart to our beloved teachers for these amazing 2 years in ASBIW and for all the 6 years so far. And I believe that goes for all of us.
If we would have to sum up the 2 years of the ASBIW program into one word, Ubuntu, repeat it. The term Ubuntu, introduced to our group by Brennan, is a South African word for what it means to be human. It carries the belief in a universal bonding and sharing that connects all of humanity. I am who I am because of you. I am who I am because of who we all are. I am who I am in the context of the whole. And it is this context that allows me to be fully who I am. There is no student without a teacher. No giving without receiving. The more I am able to be myself, the more ordinary I am. No one is more important than anyone else. Being authentic to who I truly am becomes not just a privilege, but a responsibility, a commitment, as it deeply affects everyone else in greater and greater circles. We all have a place in the order of things. Ubuntu is not just a beautiful concept. It has actual manifestations. We, the ASBIW group, have recognized the irreplaceable significance of each one of us. We are one organism. In the face of financial difficulty to pay the school tuition and associated costs, we created a group fund. The group members loaned and donated money into this fund. And we, together, as one body, were able to make sure all of our members are able to be with us here today as the Brennan ASBIW graduating class of 2015. Have been and are fully participating members of our beautiful group body. They have modeled for us and embodied so many facets of what it means to be human. Sherry embodies radical acceptance for self and others. Transparency, compassion, wisdom, depth, warmth, presence, fierceness, and aliveness. And she lives the truth of vulnerability as strength. Gundi embodies humor and playfulness, solidity and strength, wisdom, creativity and inventiveness. And have you ever heard her cat impression? Christoph embodies integrity, generosity, softness, gentleness, insightfulness, safety, reassurance, reachability, and helpfulness. We have been truly blessed to have them as our teachers.
Now, of course, this creates a problem. Because how could anything ever compare with teachers and fellow travelers such as these? We are forever spoilt. And so it is probably best not to compare, but just revel in this beauty. I feel I have stood in the light of the brightest suns. And I continue standing here for a few more precious moments with you. I have felt the heat and life of the sun shining on me through these fellow souls, guiding my soul's way into this body and finding a home. As I have remembered who I am, so I have been remembering who you are. Bright sparks of essence, all connected in this web of life, Ubuntu. This school, the Barbara Brennan School of Healing Europe, is closing. We are deeply connected to this, how it touches us, and its effect on the world around us. Bad Neuenahr in Germany, as we heard, was briefly a home for some of us as we started this journey. But it is Bad Ischl which has been the spiritual home and host for the Barbara Brennan School of Healing in Europe for 7-8 years now. Thank you to this mountain village and to its mayor, who I believe may be here with us. Thank you for being such wonderful hosts to us. And Elizabeth Ebling, who has disappeared, is also in her disappearance, the very incarnation of hospitability, assisting with our every need for transport, lodging, and much more exotic requests like the fireball we used 2 nights ago for ceremony. I firmly believe she has logistic superpowers. To her. Our gratitude extends to the Congress House staff, with their endless tidying up, chair reconfigurations, and calmness in the face of whatever goes on in these rooms, which can be interesting. Our thanks to the AV technicians as well, who have also witnessed their fair share of interesting things. We thank the lovely cafeteria staff, who are always ready with a cappuccino or stronger things like hot chocolate in times of dire need. And helada. How could you with you called core essence mirroring now, okay? Thank you for your warmth, your humor, your hard work and your brilliant multitasking. I do not understand how you ever sleep or eat while you're here with us. Thank you. And to all the teachers of the school, past, present, to the Bips who have walked this path with us. You have seeded our journey home to ourselves with gentle road signs and beautiful flowers that we have been collecting along the way. May the long-time sun shine upon you all. May all love surround you, and may the pure light inside all of you guide you home also. Thank you. And from the bottom of our hearts, we thank Barbara Brennan, because she followed her guidance, dared to say what she had to say, and founded these schools. We are all gathered here today. Thank you, Barbara, and Godspeed to you. We have been as present as we humanly could with the impending closure of the school, as the time has been drawing nearer. So many emotions, and so many of you here today to share them with us. And now here we are. Words become fewer. The sand in this hourglass seems to be running quicker. Just a few grains left now. Touch becomes more and more precious. I find myself wanting to know if I touch you, and I do so very lightly, will you still feel me? And as I may step further away from you, will you still feel my warmth and my touch? Will you still know that I am here, even if I am a world away from you? I am still with you. We are still one. Sometimes it has been difficult for us to speak honestly to one another. Do I dare say that thing that I'm really thinking or feeling? Will my truth hurt you too much? Will you still love me? Will I still be welcome? And below that fear, there is trust. There is trust and there is love. And as these last grains of sand in that hourglass nearly run out now, my heart is filled with gratitude for what we have learned and become. And I am so excited for all of us graduating classes of professional studies and advanced studies of 2015 for what we are taking out into the world and being. One day, Sherry told us that she felt many of us would be doing work with groups. And I didn't know what she was talking about back then because it seemed impossible to attain. I can barely deal with one client, what about a group of them? And yet, Sherry's intuition proved totally right. More and more of us have started to work with workshops, holding circles for men and women, and being with numbers of people. So I have an idea for where we could go from here. How about doing some group work with that beautiful bunch of people called humanity? And why set our sights low? How about the universe? The future lies before us. And here we stand at this threshold. I would like to finish by offering us all a poem by David White called The Journey. Over the mountains, the geese turn into the light again. painting their black silhouettes in an open sky. Sometimes everything needs to be inscribed across the heavens, so you can find that one line already written inside you. Sometimes it takes a great sky to find that one indescribable and bright wedge of freedom already in your heart. Sometimes, with the bones of the black sticks left when the fire has gone out, someone has written something new in the ashes of your life. You are not leaving, even as the light fades quickly now. You are not leaving, even as the light fades quickly now. You are arriving. And may all our departures and arrivals be blessed with grace.